passed me and I was doing 42 and a 35.
I didn't pass you. I was.
Sure did. You absolutely passed me. You came up on me and you went to pass me, and the only reason you didn't, you got next to me, I hit my brakes to get behind you, and then you slammed on your brakes.
And how fast were you driving?
It doesn't matter. Give me your license, insurance, and registration.
How fast were you driving? Is this a lawful stop?
Yes, it absolutely is. License and get out of the vehicle.
Okay.
You're being detained.
For what? What am I being detained for? I don't think so.
Hands behind your back.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Yeah, but you have no legal right to ask me to leave a public place. This is a public park.
Okay, so there was a city worker that wants you.
I don't care what the city. Go talk to the city worker.
Okay.
Hey folks, welcome back to our channel. Today, let's talk about something really important. Using your right to film the police when you're out in public. Nowadays, it's super easy to record what's happening around us with our cameras or phones. A really important thing we can do with this technology is capture how the police are behaving. Just imagine this, like if you get stopped by the police and they start doing things that are unfair or against the rules, it's hard to prove you didn't do anything wrong if you don't have any proof. But if you have a camera, you can record what's happening and you'll have evidence in case you need to go to court. Sadly, there have been times when people got bothered, scared, or even arrested for filming the police, even though it's totally okay. In this video, we see a guy who was treated badly by police officers. His brave action reminds us of how important it is to use our right to film the police in public. If you believe in defending civil rights, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with your friends and family. Your support can really make a difference in spreading awareness, and don't forget to head over to his channel to appreciate him for standing up for our rights. Links in the description.
Name and badge number again, please.
I'm Deputy Head with the Washington County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
We don't have badge numbers in Oregon. We have DPS 16 numbers.
Can I see your identification?
This is my identification right here. This is my identification, and this is my identification. I need your license, proof of insurance, and registration fee.
What's the reason for the stop?
Your speed.
What is it?
You were doing over 10 over the speed limit.
How did you calculate my speed?
Well, you passed me and I was doing 42 and a 35.
I didn't pass you. I was.
Sure did. You absolutely passed me. You came up on me and you went to pass me, and the only reason you didn't, you got next to me, I hit my brakes to get behind you, and then you slammed on your brakes.
And how fast were you driving?
It doesn't matter. Give me your license, insurance, and registration.
How fast were you driving? How fast were you driving?
Please get code 1 cover my location.
How fast were you driving? You personally, how fast were you going?
Sir,
What's the speed limit?
hold on, please. Sir, if you do not give me your identification.
No, you didn't sell. I don't understand why I'm being stopped.
I already told you.
How did you calculate my speed? How did you calculate? How did you calculate my speed?
I already told you. I already answered your
You weren't
question.
pacing me.
I absolutely was.
When were you pacing me?
Did you not catch up to me?
I was driving legal speed
No, you were not.
in my own lane.
No, you were not.
You are in the right lane,
You were
you in the left
absolutely-
lane, and then for some apparent reason you slammed on your brakes, and I did too,
So
because to figure out what was going on.
Okay.
And you were hauling.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
I was doing 42 and a 35. I was doing 42 and a 35. Then how come you caught up to me?
Excuse me, you slammed on the brakes.
Oh, but no, you caught up to me, and then I hit my brakes to get behind you.
So if I caught up to you, how fast was I driving?
At least 45.
How did you calculate it?
I don't have to give you an exact speed,
At
sir.
least 45 is not an
I
answer.
have to give you a range.
Why don't you tell me,
Sir,
is this a lawful
give me your
stop?
yes, it absolutely is. License and get out of the vehicle.
Okay.
You're being detained.
For what? What am I being
Hands
detained
behind
for?
your
I don't think so.
Hands behind your back.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Code 3 cover. Code 3 cover.
Get your
Get
supervisor.
your hands behind your back.
Do you want my
Hands
license?
behind your back now.
No.
Please, hands behind your back.
No.
Hands, please.
I'm
sir,
not
hands.
resisting.
Yes, you are.
What
You're
are you doing?
I told you, you're being detained.
For what?
Put your
I'm
hands.
not even legally stopped.
Yes, you absolutely are. Put your hands behind your back, please.
Tell me what I'm being stopped for.
Because, sir, you were speeding. This was
You
a very
cannot
simple
even tell
stop.
me how fast I was driving.
Does it, sir?
Does
you
it
were-
matter? Yes, it does matter.
Sir, you were doing at least 10 over.
You have no
The statute-
idea what
the-
I was
The
doing.
statute is,
At least 40, you have no idea how fast I was
no, you were
driving.
not doing at least 40. You were doing at least 45.
How fast were you driving? First of all, you broke the law yourself. No, you
Sir?
can't take my phone. This is my right to.
Sir.
You want my ID?
Yes, I do, but not right now. You're being detained.
For
Put
what?
your hands behind your back.
No, I
because-
need your supervisor because you're assaulting me right now.
I'm not assaulting
I have
you.
I've been
Sir?
legally operating a motor vehicle.
Sir,
you actually broke several traffic rules.
I
Then
did?
you, yeah, you
Okay.
did.
Okay.
Then you decided to retaliate against
Okay.
me because I noticed you doing something unlawful. Why did you brake in the middle of a street for no apparent reason? And you caused me to brake, and then all of a sudden now I'm being detained
Sir,
because
put
I'm
your
defending
hands
my
behind
rights.
your back.
No, get your
Sir,
supervisor.
I've got people coming right now.
Great.
You're making this really hard on
Great.
yourself.
No, I'm not.
Put your hands
I'm
behind
defending
your
my
back.
rights. Is that
Put-
your supervisor? Get your supervisor because this is
Put your
crazy.
hands, my supervisor's right there. Put
Excellent.
your
I
hands
want to
behind
talk to your supervisor.
Put your hands behind your back.
I want to talk to your
You are
supervisor.
being detained.
Great. I'll give you my ID, but you can't arrest me for no reason.
Absolutely. No, I'm arresting you for not identifying you.
Now, the situation makes us think about the Fourth Amendment, which protects people from unfair searches and seizures. The police usually need a good reason to stop someone or ask for their ID here. The officer wants ID because she thinks the person is speeding, but she has no proof against him. This brings up the challenge of balancing national security and personal freedoms. Also, the Fifth Amendment comes into play when the person decides not to give their ID without a clear reason. This shows the right to stay silent, protecting oneself from saying something that could get them in trouble. Looking at state and federal laws about it, requests, rules vary. Some states say you have to give your ID if the officer thinks you might be doing something wrong, but usually they need a specific reason. Past court cases like Highbell 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada say that stop and identify laws can be okay under certain conditions, but they also say that the police need a good reason to ask for ID. This situation shows how we need to understand what reasonable suspicion means. And when the police can stop someone and ask for ID, the officer says they stop the person because the person is speeding, but she has no proof against him, and that is not suspicious. While the police should look into things that seem strange to keep us safe, the challenge is telling the difference between general suspicion and real facts that show a crime. This difference is important in deciding if stopping someone and asking for ID is legal. We want to hear what you think. Share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice is important in shaping discussions on important topics. And please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Your support can really make a difference in spreading awareness. Now let's watch our next case.
I really don't see how that's legal. I really don't.
Well, it is, and like I said, we can trespass anybody at this point. But since we have already
No, you can't.
we have trespassed you, and this is after a warning. If you refuse to leave, you will be arrested for trespassing. Okay, so I'm letting you know. So if you refuse to make an attempt to leave, we will have to arrest you for trespassing. Because we already gave you a warning when we asked
Yeah, but you have no legal right to ask me to leave a public place. This is a public park.
you. Okay, so there was a city worker that wants you.
I don't care what the city. Go talk to the city worker
Okay, I can't.
who has a problem with me.
That's not the point. I'm just
No,
letting you-
no,
okay,
no. It is
so
the
are
point.
you-
It is the point.
So are you?
It's the
not
exact.
willing to
It's the
leave?
pinpoint.
Are you
Actually,
not willing to leave?
In this video, we'll be discussing an unfortunate situation involving a homeless man in a park, where a city employee called the police on him. When the two officers arrive, they inform the man that he's trespassing. Interestingly, the homeless man seems to be well informed about his rights, perhaps from watching YouTube videos of cop watchers and auditors. It appears he knows more about the law than the officers themselves.
it's. You can't do that.
Okay.
I haven't committed a crime. I haven't bothered. I haven't.
How many times do I have to repeat to you that no one's accusing you of a crime? How many times do I have to repeat that? No one's accusing you of a crime. You don't have to answer any questions
All right,
because
so
I'm not
if-
asking you any incriminating questions, okay? So you don't have to answer anything.
Do you have a middle initial?
See.
Okay, no one's, as part of the city of Sebastian, we can, as city employees, we can trespass you. We can trespass
Right,
the guy
right. You can
walking the dog
right.
over there for
Look,
all we
look.
want.
You can
If we want.
trespass me from that building or that private property over there. But you can't trespass me from here. This is public property. That's like trying to trespass me from walking down the sidewalk. Can you trespass me from the sidewalk?
If you say so.
Okay, so
mean-
we're not talking about sidewalk. We're talking about here, Riverview Park, part of the city. We're telling you you're trespassing. This is after a warning. Are you refusing to leave?
But I haven't
When you
committed a
receive-
crime.
Listen,
It's
when you receive this paperwork, okay? She's gonna run you. You're gonna receive a copy of the paperwork. The first time I made contact with you, I gave you the verbal warning. Okay. Now you're gonna get issued a paper copy, and if you don't leave after you get issued that paper copy, you're gonna be arrested. It's no ifs, ands, and buts. You're gonna get arrested. So it's either
on what charge?
You trespassing.
Trespassing from a public park. You're going to trespass me from public park.
Argue with you.
Right, because you don't know the law.
When you receive the paperwork and you don't leave, you're going to be arrested for trespassing. Okay, that's just how it's going to go. No ifs, ands, and buts. All right. So she's going to fill that paperwork out.
You know, this could take some time.
Oh, it won't take any time.
I'm going to tell you how I'm going to play this.
Okay.
Because I need the money anyway.
Okay, that's fine.
If you arrest me, and I won't resist, all right, then I'm going to hire a really good lawyer. I'm not going to hire, he already works for me.
Okay.
All right? And then I'm going to come down like an anvil, okay, on all the civil rights of mine that you are stomping on right now.
Okay.
Are you willing? You're going to lose your qualified immunity.
Okay.
You are too. Let me ask you something. Do you have a swimming pool in your backyard?
That's none of your business.
All right. Well, because I'm going to enjoy swimming around in it when I own your house.
Okay.
From suing you for stomping on my civil rights. I have rights. I have rights.
Okay, so
This is the United States of America.
okay, so here's the thing. Sebastian has their own muni code, and it states you cannot sleep in the park.
Did you see me sleeping?
No, a city worker saw you sleeping. This is why we're here.
Did you see me? Does anybody have it on film?
Don't
Proof.
have to.
Proof.
Don't have
Proof.
to. We don't need that.
Oh, you don't need that. So you can
City
just
worker said
accuse
we're
somebody of
sleeping.
something and
We're
convict them and arrest them
asking you to
without
leave.
proof.
Did you
Okay.
finish speaking?
Yep, I just.
That's all I'm saying.
Alright, so.
It'll take about a year or so. You know, courts, you know, they're slow.
I'll still be here, Brian.
Can't do this to people. That's why we have the American Constitution, and you swore an oath to uphold that Constitution.
Right.
And right now, you're just stomping all over it. So you're not keeping your oath.
Okay.
So if you're not going to keep your oath to the Constitution, why should I keep mine?
Hey, Theodore, can you just sign this?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm not going to answer any questions either. Anymore.
We're not.
Y'all
You're
have.
just going on a rant about nonsense, to be honest with you.
Oh, the United States Constitution is nonsense?
Well, the way
Is
you're
that what you're
The
saying?
way that you're kind of putting it is nonsense. Yes. So,
I'm actually stating the law. I'm actually stating the law.
Alright, Theodore, so.
And then
giving you this paperwork, I am officially trespassing you from the Riverview Park.
I still haven't seen your supervisor yet.
He's on his way.
Then we'll wait for the
no, that's not how it's
supervisor.
going to work.
So I'm
You're
gonna
going to
give
get
you
served
this.
paperwork.
You
It's
are-
either you take the time, you meet them down the road, or you're going to get arrested if you don't pursue the leave.
Can I?
That's how it's going to work.
Can I?
It's not- no
Can I?
ifs, ands,
Can I?
buts.
Can
You've
listen?
already been served paperwork.
Listen.
You're gonna stand up,
Y'all
take your stuff, and walk.
you just all started a really good lawsuit here that I'm going to enjoy
Okay,
upholding
so,
my
like I said,
constitutional
you are
rights.
officially trespassed. So if you want to,
You can't trespass somebody from a public place.
Well, she just did. So
Well, I just did. You were
This is
officially
probably
served.
the
You took
third.
the paperwork. You have it on video. I have it on video. You refused to sign.
Right,
Nevertheless,
I know.
You still got it. Okay. You can get up and try to make an effort to leave the park.
But I don't have to.
Okay. So are you refusing to leave?
It's
It's a simple yes or no question.
well,
Fine.
look,
gonna get up?
it's certainly under duress.
Theodore, right?
Yeah.
You can call me Theodore. That'd be fine.
Are you going to leave?
Are you going to arrest me?
If you don't leave after multiple warnings that I've given you, yes. Are you going to leave? Yes or no? I'm giving you like a bunch of chances to just get up and leave. That's it. Instead of, it's a Friday. We don't want to do that to you on a Friday. But you've already been given multiple verbal warnings. You've already been served the paperwork. You're still not leaving. So
What
at this point, it's going to be up to you if you want to get arrested.
What about this? What if I really don't have anywhere to go, and I've come here to try to take care of medical problems? See all this? See this on my chest?
Yeah.
And on my shoulder, my back, I have skin cancer really bad. And there's a cancer institute here, okay?
Okay.
So I decided to try to settle in this area to go to this cancer place, you know.
Yeah.
I've even talked to people about work, you know. I mean, I could get a job here, you know. I mean, people are saying, yeah, you know, we got work for you.
Okay.
But now the government comes down on me, and you know,
Well, we're
like,
here because we got called. Not be here just to bother
then
you.
go talk to the people that called you and ask them for proof that I've committed some kind of a crime, because a crime has not been committed.
Theodore,
No crime has been
are
committed.
you gonna go? Yes or no?
At this point, if
Are you
don't
gonna
get
go?
up-
I'm still waiting for the supervisor.
He will be here, but you can meet him down over there off
Why
this
can't I just
property.
sit right here
Because
where I
you're
would-
trespassed from this property now.
But
So
you
if
can't trespass me from public
Are
property.
you gonna go? Yes or no? Are
I
you
would
gonna go,
really
yes or
like
no?
to wait for the supervisor and speak with him or her, whichever the case may be. I'll tell you what, I'll give you this. If the supervisor tells me to get up and leave, I will get up and leave.
He's going to tell you that because you.
Then let me speak with your supervisor, because you two obviously do not know the law. So let's see if your supervisor does. If he doesn't know the law, then I will get up and go.
Okay, if he tells you the same thing that we're telling you.
Yeah, but he may not.
Okay, well I'm telling you he's going
Has
to.
has your supervisor talked to whoever?
To whoever who.
Whoever made you come over here and harass me?
No, we don't. Listen, we just get called. We don't go back talking to the people that.
So
called
you
us.
don't think for yourself at all?
Theodore,
We do.
are you gonna stand up and leave? It's not. It's not.
I'm
what
waiting.
You want.
I'm waiting. I'm
it's
waiting.
Not what
I'm,
you want. It's not what you want.
I'm waiting
Are
for
you
the
gonna leave?
supervisor. If the I'll give you this. When the supervisor gets here, and if he tells me I have to leave, then I'll go.
What difference?
But
does it make?
I'm standing
what
up
is
for
it-
my
what
rights. I have the right to
What
sit here
difference does it make between us and the supervisor? What's the difference?
because you don't know the law, obviously.
Obviously, I do.
And maybe your supervisor does, but you know, maybe he doesn't either. If your supervisor tells me to get up and go, or I'll go to jail, then I'll go. Otherwise, I'm standing up for my rights because I have them, and I'm going to stand up for them. That's what America's about, you know.
Yeah. So
That's why I
basically
started a
saying-
YouTube channel.
So if my supervisor says the same thing that we did, and then you listen to him, so obviously we do know the law. You just wanted friction. That makes sense. Yeah.
No, I don't want to be harassed. That's what I want.
We've been nothing but nice.
I've been nice to you too.
Yeah, exactly. But again, we're just asking you. We're literally asking you. Make an attempt to get up and walk away, and then that way we don't have
All
to
you have to
arrest
do
you for trespassing.
Get up and leave.
Because
That's
You know,
all you have to do.
I was just sitting here minding my own business when you walked up on me and harassed me.
Because we've already.
And eventually, I you know, here in a little bit, I would have been going and you know, trying to get on my life.
We've already
And now you
verbally
got
told
me,
you-
and
we've
now
already verbally
you,
told you
and now
time
you have me
prior
pinned down to
to
this.
leave. Okay.
Now you have me pinned down to this
No one-
table.
no one-
we're asking you to.
You decided to sit down.
No, you decided to come up to me. I wasn't bothering anybody. I was
So
here
we're
all
actually
alone,
giving
all by
you-
myself, and I
we're
don't
giving
care
you the
what some
option. We're literally
crazy
giving you the
Karen
option to
city
get up and walk
employees
away.
gets phone happy.
10:15.
Huh?
10:15.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
On the situation we're talking about happened on a public sidewalk, a place usually open for everyone, but with some rules to follow. The person in the middle of the argument strongly claims they have the right to stay there, even though the police say they're trespassing. This disagreement brings up important legal ideas like the First Amendment that protects free speech, the public's right to use public spaces, and the rules for the police in these situations. The person insisting to stay on the sidewalk shows that they think they have the right to speak freely and gather in public. The First Amendment lets people express themselves in public places like sidewalks, but this right isn't absolute and can have some restrictions set by the government, like limits on time, place, and behavior. So the big legal question here is whether the police asking the person to leave is okay based on the situation. Accusing someone of trespassing in a public space makes us think about what's public and what's private. Trespassing usually means being on someone's property without permission, but public sidewalks are places where everyone has a right to be. Unless the person was breaking specific laws, like blocking the way or doing something illegal, just being on the sidewalk probably doesn't count as trespassing. The situation also makes us wonder about how much power the police have when it comes to trespassing on public property. Officers need to follow the law and keep order, but they also have to respect people's rights. It's a challenge to balance these responsibilities, especially when there's a disagreement about whether something is against the law, like in this case. There are legal examples that help us understand these kinds of disagreements. Some cases have looked at how much free speech and public access people have and when the police can limit that. Usually there needs to be a clear and current threat to public safety or order to limit access to public spaces. Without that reason, telling someone to leave a public sidewalk might be seen as going too far. If you believe in defending civil rights, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with your friends and family. Your support can really make a difference in spreading awareness, and don't forget to head over to his channel to appreciate him for standing up for our rights. Links in the description.